Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing the TT-02 Drift Spec Supra. This would be my first TT-02D. The TT-02 is a very versatile chassis. As you've seen before, I've built touring cars, pickup trucks, buggies. I've built racing spec TT-02s. And I also have the TT-02 FT coming up. Just like all the other TT-02 variants, this is a shaft-driven four-wheel drive chassis. Typical wheelbase is 257 millimeters. I may or may not use this body for this kit. I have another already painted 1968 Datsun 240Z that I'd really like to use in a drift car. And that body has a little bit shorter wheelbase. So I'm going to demonstrate how to build the TT-02 with a shorter wheelbase. Let's take a look at the box before we open it. On the left of the box, it shows what's included in this kit. Super Drift Tech resin tires, 24 millimeter width. Your typical TT-02 touring car kits comes with narrower rubber tires. Also includes the Sports Tune motor. Again, the typical TT-02 usually comes with a torque tune. This is going to be a Sports Tune motor. And this kit also includes CVA shock unit and soft springs. Again, the typical TT-02 comes with friction dampers. The wheelbase for the Supra, once again, is 257 millimeters, and the length is 457 millimeters. I want to bring your attention here real quick. Unlike the typical TT-02, this kit does come with full ball bearings. Alright, on this side it says, ready to assemble electric-powered radio model kit. Chassis based on versatile TT-02 and features specialist drift parts and settings. Bathtub type frame, skid-shaped underside reduces contact with track surface. That's interesting. I'm wondering if they have a special frame shape or it's just the standard TT-02 frame. I'm here in the United States. This kit put out by Tamiya USA does include an ESC. Let's look at the side of the box. Again, the kit I have here has a Toyota Supra body. About the Toyota Supra, the flowing form and forceful performance of the second generation Supra JZ880 won it many fans the world over after its 1993 release. The high-spec RZ version featured a 280 horsepower inline-six engine to accompany the four-wheel double wishbone suspension, and in a first for a Japanese car, 6-speed transmission. It was a popular subject for tuning and enjoyed an esteemed racing career. I think the most famous Supra is the one Paul Walker drove in Fast and Furious. Alright, let's look at this right here. What is a drift spec chassis? Drifting is a popular style of extreme racing in which the driver forces the rear tires to lose traction and slides the car sideways around corners using the car's steering and throttle. As it gains in popularity around the world, Tamiya now lets you experience exciting drift action without burning up your real car's tires. This electric RC assembly kit features full drift spec including drift tires and special suspension settings. Based on the shaft-driven four-wheel drive TT-02 chassis. The TT-02 chassis is based on the highly controllable and easy to maintain TT-02 and offers two different wheelbase and tread settings. It includes drift tires, specially tuned suspension, full ball bearings, aluminum motor heatsink, CVA shock units, and brake disc-shaped wheel hubs. And what is a Drift Tech tire? The included tires are specially designed for drifting and have less friction compared to semi-pneumatic rubber tires found on normal RC touring cars. They provide a high level of control for effortless drifting. And the TT-02D chassis is a very familiar layout. You have the receiver sitting on top of the steering servo. Then you have the included ESC and also the motor. On the opposite side, it is the battery. And it features double wishbone suspensions front and rear. The drift spec also comes with CVA shocks, full ball bearings, and Drift Tech tires. It's hard to see here, but it does come with brake disc shaped wheel hubs. Let's see what's on the other side. On this side of the box, Tamiya gives you several tips to start drifting. I'm going to come back to this diagram when we finish building the kit and we're ready to set it down on the ground. And real quick, on this side, show some of the hop-up parts. An aluminum racing steering set, and also a ball differential set. Again, all you need to finish this kit is a transmitter, battery, charger, a servo, and a receiver. The ESC and motors are included. All right, let's open the box. Going to first take this bag of parts, put it on the side. Also going to grab this ESC. This is the TT-02D ESC that can run both brushed and brushless motors. And here is the Toyota Supra body. As you can see, it's not cut out. You're going to have to do that yourself. And obviously it's not painted. You're going to have to mask the windows and then paint it either one or two colors or whatever color scheme you want. All right, let's see what's in the box. This is the A-tree, and it's going to be the damper stays. These are the disc brake wheel hubs that they talked about. There's a steering hub. This is the diff covers. That is the rear hub. And it's just two A-trees in this bag. And this is the chassis frame. I'm curious to see if this is any different from the other TT-02s. I will make a comparison. But to me, right off the bat, it looks the same as all the other ones. And in this bag, these are the headlights, and there's the spoiler. And I also see the side mirrors. Here are the wheels, and these are the nicest Tamiya wheels I've ever seen. These are really good looking. And here are the resin tires. Normal tires are soft and rubbery. These are very hard, and like I said, it's made of a resin material and it's very slippery. There's no tread. This is the front bumper. And this is bag B. In this bag, I see the front bulkhead and the bumper mount. I see two A-arms over here, some upper arms, body posts. I see some damper parts right here. These are damper parts. That's the damper body. So that's the B tree. These are the axles and the outdrives. And there's some dog bones right here. And that is the drive shaft. In this bag is the battery holder, spare gear cover. This is the receiver box. And these are some regular wheel hubs. This is the motor shroud. And these two are motor mounts. And there's a servo saver right here. This card is card for aftermarket parts. You get this sheet in every Tamiya kit. It is the precautions. It's everything that you should be concerned with this kit. And this is the Toyota Supra body instructions. This shows you how to cut and prep the body to be painted. and how to apply the carbon fiber decals, and how to paint the front headlamps, and where to put the decals, and how to build the mirrors and where to mount them, and also the rear spoiler. There's an antenna tube. I never use these. And this is the manual itself. I'm going to put this aside. And here's a sheet of decals. It's carbon fiber hood and spoiler and some window masks in the back. And then there's a complete sheet of windows, headlamps, rear tail lights, wipers, and some trim decals. Very cool. All right, let's take a look at what's in the parts bag. So this is the A parts bag. And I see some anti-wear grease. This is the normal black grease. I see a motor shield right there, pinion gear, and some screws. That's the A bag. And the B bag, it looks like it's going to be the parts for the dampers. I see the oil seals, springs, the damper oil itself, and I see some parts in the back. I believe these are going to be the damper shafts, and it also comes with a wrench. And the C bag, these are body clips. I see some double-sided tape, some zip ties, more screws, shims, and that's about it. And here are the ball bearings. In other TT-02 kits, you would have to pay an additional $15 to $20 for a aftermarket set, but I'm glad this kit comes with it already. This bag is body clips again, and some screws, and that's another piece of double-sided tape. And this is the servo saver, another one. And these are parts of the damper. You can see the spring cup, the bottom of the damper, and these are the pistons. This bag carries all of the differential gears. I see the sun gears and also the diff bodies. And this is going to be the spur gear. This is going to be the motor heat sink. These are the top of the dampers and some damper bodies here again. And this is the Sport Tune motor. Okay, I enjoy doing this part. Let's flip through the manual. And it's the usual what parts you need. It tells you about the size of the servo, and I believe this kit is just going to take the standard size servo. Gives you some driving tips and what tools you're going to need. And it actually tells you what kind of paint also. This is a diagram that shows you how to connect all of the electronics. And I'll be going through this step by step as we build the car. Over here, it shows you the versatility. Over here, it shows you the different wheelbases. You can build this TT-02 chassis. You can see you can build it with the Supra wheelbase of 257 millimeter. Or you can build it in the short wheelbase, the 251 millimeter. 251 millimeter, which is what my Datsun 240Z body is. On a normal on a standard TT-02 chassis and also the rally version, you can also build it with different wheel heights. You can also build it with different ride heights. And with taller wheel nuts, you're also able to configure it in the narrow and wide. You're also able to change it from a narrow to a wide stance. First up, they always tell you to charge the battery, and then we're going to start building the drive shaft. Then we're going to start building the drive shaft with the spur gear. Next, we're going to build the Next, we're going to build the diffs. And I'm going to show you how to build those. And I'm going to show you how to build those one step at a time. Over here is the front diff and also the front suspension arms. Then we're going to start working on the rear and the rear arms. Then we're going to prepare the motor plate. And then motor plate. And then we're going to prep the motor. And then we're going to mount the motor. Then we're going to mount the motor according to your pinion gear size. And over here, we're going to place the motor. We're going to finish with the rear lower arms and the rear bumper, and then the front lower arms and front bumper. Then we're going to build the uprights. Then we're going to build the uprights front and rear. Then we're going to build the front. Then we're going to build the uprights. Then we're going to build the uprights and axles for the front and rear. And then we're going to start building the dampers and mounting them. And then we're going to start building the bumpers. And then we're going to start building the dampers. I'm going to show you how to build the dampers. I'm going to show you how to build the oil-filled dampers in a future series. I'm going to show you how to build the oil-filled dampers in a future video. And here we're going to be mounting them and start building the steering assembly. Over here, we're going to start putting in the electronics, starting with assembling the servo saver, mounting the servo, and the receiver, and then placing the ESC as well. and then placing the ESC. Then we're going to glue the tires to the wheels, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm also going to show you how to do that in a future video. And when we're done, we're going to be attaching the wheels, and then we're done, we're going to be attaching the wheels and the body posts. Front bumper, battery, and the body, and then we're done. Over here are some alternate settings, how to build the shorter wheelbase. And how to build the wide stance or the narrow stance. This diagram and chart right here shows you where to mount, this diagram and chart here shows you the screw positions for different size pinion gears. Also shows you the resulting gear ratio. Goes over some RC car operations. And on this side is a troubleshooting guide. And here's a parts list, and here's a parts diagram. And here's a parts diagram in case you need a replacement part. You would typically order the entire tree. You would typically order the entire parts tree. And the parts diagram continue, including the screws and the spring. It continues, and that's pretty much it. So this is the Tamiya TT-02 Drift Spec kit. I look forward to building this, and I'm going to have individual videos for each part of the build, so it's easy to find what you're looking for and how to build this kit. So thanks for watching this unboxing video. If you got anything out of it, please drop a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.